Welcome to Create Arts Online. I'm Dee Gray. Gather Curiosities, the Art of the Cloche is my online course that brings together memories, artistry, and elegant storytelling beneath glass. Throughout history, glass cloches have been used to preserve, protect, and display beauty. In the Victorian era, cloches became elegant vessels for showcasing beloved keepsakes. In France, newlyweds received a globe de Marie, a glass dome filled with treasured mementos from their wedding day. Today, this tradition continues as we gather our own curiosities, forgotten objects, sentimental pieces, and small treasures, and give them a new story under glass. Cloches have been around for a lot longer than many people realize, and they span back as far as the 1600s. The word cloche comes from the French word for bell, which links to the fact that cloches are dome-shaped and curved. Many people think that the cloche originated in France, when in fact, Italy is actually responsible for its development. In Italy, they were created to protect plants during the colder months. Nowadays, cloche refers to anything that is domed and protects or displays objects. In this course, I will share my unique approach to creating Gather Curiosities under a glass dome. What are Gather Curiosities? Well, they can be found objects, trinkets, treasures, or a curated collection of unique items. The curiosities can be anything that holds a special meaning to you, or simply serves as a decorative item for your home. I will share with you my many selections of glass domes. However, keep in mind there are many different styles available that can work just as well. In this course, I will cover 4 different approaches to creating personalized and unique cloches. I will start with a simple floral and millinery arrangement that can be interchanged and styled for different holidays, events, or seasons. The next 2 are variations on how to curate a cloche with multiple layers of bases and different figurines, along with adding details and elements to enhance its charm and personality. Lastly, I will share with you my signature technique of using brass rods to design, stage, and elevate a lovely display of seashells. I have included a detailed PDF of all the materials, tools, and resources, as well as an in-depth how-to guide. I've also included several images of completed cloches that I have designed for your inspiration. I encourage you to watch the entire course before starting so you can decide what materials you may already have or want to use in designing your cloche. So gather up your domes, bases, and curiosities, and let's get started.
Dee, thank you so much for coming to Create Arts Online and bringing this unique and beautiful course. We are so excited to share it with our community.
Well, thank you, Tammy. I'm so happy to be here, and I appreciate the opportunity to share my creations with your audience.
I'm so glad. Before we get started about the course, tell me a little bit about your background and how you segued from your profession into this mixed media art.
Well, I've always loved design, color, and composition. And once I started to retire, I just started to, go around and look at different things that inspire me. And somehow I just found my place with antiques and vintage items.
It is. It's so true. And the art of the glass cloche is just such an old, form of an art. And you have put such a contemporary spin on it. How did that evolve?
I'm not quite sure how it evolved. I collect, and I don't even necessarily have an intention when I pick up something. I just find charm in it, and then somehow it sits on a shelf or in a drawer for a little bit, and then I know where it needs to be. And I start building because I love combining items that aren't necessarily meant to be together or that will tie together eventually visually.
And so you would basically say this is like assemblage under a glass dome in a way, which is really what your forte is.
Most definitely it is assemblage. And, just taking the charm of something as simple as a timer and putting a clown atop it and finding a bead that might accent its hat, or taking a beautiful lamp dial, adding feathers and a beautiful wire garland, along with fabric leaves and a candle base.
That is so old that I just absolutely love this. It has so much charm. And so where do all these gathered curiosities come from? Which is such a great word for found objects.
Yes, that's a great question. So I live at the beach, and we have thrift stores, and we have flea markets and antique stores. So I just frequent those. And I also have a lot of friends that come over with a box of stuff and say, what do you want? And I collect the pieces that I really feel passionate about. And I am attracted to patinaed items. I love metals, but I also like the softness of, a feather or a velvet rose. So they all come together, and it's amazing how just playing with composition and just rearranging that eventually it does come together. You have to be patient about it. You might find that perfect piece at an antique store, and it may sit for a while, but at some point you will know where it goes and how it belongs.
It's amazing. And the seashell effect, that's really you. Like, you just kind of figured out how to do this beautiful composition of all these shells, and you really can't find this technique anywhere else, right?
No, you can't. Typically, you might drill through a seashell with a diamond drill, and that's very complicated and requires a lot of tools. So I came up with a way to adhere the shells naturally in a cavity and display them.
And they sell quite a bit, don't they?
Yes, they do.
That is awesome. Do. So would you say that this course is for any level of artist that's curious about their gathered curiosities?
It is. So you can begin simply by just placing an item without even adhering it, or you can start building. So I suggest when you're viewing this course that you see it all the way through.
Yep.
So you can see the different levels of complexity, starting with the easiest and building up to a more complex approach.
And that's exactly what she does in this course. She starts with this very simple floral millinery arrangement, and then we work up to the 2 figurines, and then you learn how to do this technique, which I think is absolutely priceless. Is there anything else you want to share, Dee?
No, well, actually, I do. I just want to say that don't feel pressure. Take your time. Find the items that speak to you, that maybe have a story to them, special meaning from an event, or a memory of a loved one. And just give it a place to be showcased, and don't store it in a drawer, I mean, so many times we put something in a drawer and forget about it. And then when we bring it out, and it can be admired by others, and it can be just a beautiful focal point on your mantle or a centerpiece in your dining room.
Well, I can't say thank you enough. I'm actually going to be the proud owner of this piece, and I cannot wait to display it. So I just want to thank you so much for coming to Create Arts Online and bringing this really beautiful course.
Well, thank you. It's been such a great experience.
So glad.